And now, Droidhead wants to hand down judgment to the poor cosmos again. Border Star Trade War, Emperor's War, Rupert's death. Every time their instant arrived, it meant another bloodbath for humanity.
But in this ultimate battle of erudition, you and I are supposed to be players, not pawns. If you choose to burn yourself out as a resource, then everything we've worked for means nothing. Herta, the cosmos won't just stand by and let a genius throw their life away. And neither will I.
No need to kill the mood. This is why we're here, isn't it? We need to find the Demiurge and that lost key. I'm not here to be a deliverer. I just want to beat Xandar and Droidhead.
Regarding the origin of these ruins, no logs found yet. Xander erased all records, but I did find some interesting scars in the circuit. High-energy radiation, internal imaginary energy contamination. From what I know, there's only one thing that fits.
Skip the science talk, Screwy. That thing only goes by one name, the Stellaron.
Exactly. Xander blew one up just to clean the entire Scepter system.
The life form known as the Demiurge was the original target of the Scepter's extrapolation.
It makes sense. Evernight calling it the first new spore confirms this viewpoint. The prime mover of life. That's what Scepter Delta ME-13 was originally tasked with. Even after it got scrapped, the query kept running. Yet the true value lies in the process of solving it, not the answer itself. Then, does this mean finding the Demiurge is hopeless?
No, I'd say exactly the opposite. It means Xandar had no control. He couldn't contain the Demiurge just like he couldn't handle Droidhead. So he tried to erase every trace. By the way, if there's another Stellaron in Amphorius, why hasn't that little one reacted to it at all?
You said the Demiurge left a trace, right?
Yeah, but not in the real world. Remember the Great Tomb of the Nameless Titan? Trailblaze Archive 466. The data from Philia 093 clearly indicates that the Demiurge did in fact enter Amphorius's extrapolation.
Inside that world, it was the 13th, forgotten Titan, the one who listened to 30 million cycles of Cyrene's memory. But Evernight said the opposite. She believed that tomb was empty from the start. The Nameless Titan never existed. The so-called listener was just a trap set by the Remembrance to steal the scepter.
A mimetic entity full of theatrics. How much of what she's saying is true? Would an Eon really speak in circles like this? I doubt it.
The Remembrance's behavior is certainly odd, but her assessment aligns with our current reality. Since we entered the Matrix, we haven't found a single clue pointing to the Demiurge.
And that's the key, Screwy. Xandar's actions prove the Demiurge exists. But what Evernight said, and what we've actually seen all point to the opposite. So we have to assume that both are true. And if that's the case, then the contradiction leads us to...
the truth.
Xandar had to lie to the original Finan and Cyrene.
Logic. He had already identified the Remembrance as a threat, yet found no viable way to eliminate it.
To those who follow, all is proven. Find me beneath the tombstone.
Melodramatic.
Unfortunately, we still haven't found anything.
Really? I don't think so. Not finding anything is our biggest find.
Please elaborate.
If the Demiurge was destroyed, there'd be at least some bits of it left. I don't buy that a Stellaron could have blasted all the traces away as cleanly as a scalpel. As I said before, its disappearance is too clean. If the garden hadn't stirred the pot, no one would even know about the Demiurge's existence. We're talking about the Scepter's original extrapolation goal. There's no way that nothing of it was left behind. Or we can look at it from another perspective. If you were Xandar, would you be this obsessed with a concept that poses no threat? Would you guard against it at every turn?
There is the possibility that he's naturally meticulous and hates variables.
That does track with the impression he gave about himself. But Xandar shut that theory down himself just now, choosing to act even if it'll cost him dearly. And we know that feeling well. The unknown is right in front of us. So we only have one choice. Solve it.
You sound pretty convinced. Surely you already have a theory. Care to share?
Of course. Though I don't have hard proof, I'm almost certain that the Demiurge has been in everyone's plain sight all this time. Yet, they were mistaken for someone else. That'd make the most sense. Why was the room empty? Because the person locked in there had run away ages ago. But they were weak and small and had no presence whatsoever. Even the old Intellitron didn't notice them.
Which also means there's a high chance that their powers are minuscule and cannot alter the outcome of the battle at all.
Well, at least Xandar is scared of them. Curiosity. It's been so long and we've all failed so many times. Even now, moments before the horrible and inescapable instant within Droidhead's calculations arrives. The cherished children of the erudition, the geniuses lauded by all. His curiosity. The only thing we can feel, even at moments like this?
It really is this little witch. I shouldn't have made the bet with you, Poca.
I've been waiting for you to offer yourself up.
Goodness gracious me! So many familiar faces. We even have a special guest. It's that greatest failure of a genius, Xandar. What a noisy gathering this is.
Not bad. More people showed up than I expected, even though one is just here for the fun of it. Either way, the person I was hoping for most is here. Folks, this is not a discussion, but an announcement. Though the Society has never been united, we still observe at least one basic courtesy. We don't interfere with each other's research topics. So listen up, all of you. Conquering Irontomb is my research topic. I will personally take over Scepter Delta Me-13 in 1.5 system hours and stop the destruction. If the front line falls, I will immediately overclock the Scepter and complete self-coronation in Irontomb's place and interface myself with Droidhead.
Oh, that's funny. That's real funny. You mad woman. That's like watching you tap dance on Polka's spotless white sheets right after she's washed them.
Very bold. You want to connect your brain to the Eon's mechanical core and define their instance?
I'll change the anchor points for the 4th instant and move the future of the cosmos in a direction I want.
I knew it. Another genius who confuses cause with effect. What do you think about this, Lord of Silence?
You know you're signing your death sentence right here.
Of course I do. There'll even be 2 copies of the verdict. One that I wrote myself, and another one coming from you. That's why I wanted you to be in this meeting. Now I can tell you, I don't care about all that. Consider this a threat. Either put down your scalpel or die with the entire cosmos. The only goal I have for this meeting is to ask all of you to put aside your pride and not cause me any trouble.
What a naive little girl, thinking her wishes will always come true.
What are you laughing at?
I am glad that we ended up on the same page.
No matter if it was to destroy the erudition or to rewrite the instance, we both chose the same road. We will defy the god who marked the limits of humanity. Listen well, geniuses who came after me. Thus speaks Genius Society #1. End this pathetic meeting. As of 2 nanoseconds ago, I have passed Herta's decision to all the Xandars in the universe. We will become her representatives and stop all external interferences targeting her.
What are you playing at?
My reasons. It's simple. Curiosity. That is all, madam.
Am I going to clash blades with the first genius? What a pleasant surprise. Now that our positions are clear, it's time for this boring meeting to end. Good luck, little girl.
Did you all just treat me as a side character? Darn it. But anyways, I'm just here for the fun.
As the ghost of the quantum domain, it is my duty to observe. So, if you're happy to bring me a tea set from planet Screw'em, then I wouldn't mind giving you a helping hand, little witch.
After everything's over, come visit me and taste some of my freshly baked desserts.
Perhaps you've heard me say this many times, Herta, but I still would like to reiterate that it's a great honor to work with you.
I did hear this many times, and I've responded to you many times in the same way. I'm allergic to pleasantries. Keep at it, and I might go into shock. Most heroes' journeys in the universe are just dice tosses they threw on a whim. But make them see clearly. Your answer is already different. Amphorius.
Indeed, for this world so deeply loved, will write an ending, unlike any that ever was.
The epic draws to a close. 30 million cycles of light fading into darkness, just for this moment. To welcome the true dawn. Finally, the end of this journey. All of us reunited beneath a vast, endless sky. Ma'am.
Yes, it's me. I will remember what you want to say to her.
No need. I can see that she's right here. All the companions who sacrificed themselves, their wishes. It's all here. Have we succeeded?
I think we have.
Tomorrow, the stars will sing of the story of the Flame Chase journey.
And it won't just be you in it. There will be countless numbers of you.
Amphorius will be a glorious and magnificent world of heroes in the universe's memories. Hence, for this world we so deeply love.
Let us write its ending.
Step forward. With the Trailblazers witness, let the name shared by all deliverers be sung into eternity. The nameless hero, Kaslana!
with my flesh as kindling. Light the first dawn of the new world. No other choice but for tomorrow! Do not hesitate, Deliverer. Destroy this body. Kill the giant of destruction. The fury overflowing. Put down your hesitation. Irontomb's hatred is bottomless. It will turn into countless factors, sweeping across the stars. When the time comes, promise me, use the world-cleansing golden blood to turn everything to ash. Irontomb is learning, using your love. Destruction. Rebirth. Deliverance. Cleansing. 30 million cycles. Heartbeat. Bell rings out. Promise me the dawn graced by stars. That's good. Finally, golden wheat field. In the starry sky, warm fire.
Monarch of myriad machines, my ridiculous creation. The instant in your calculations bears the name Destruction.
Who said you could speak, Senior? Watch closely. See how your chaos ends at the hands of your juniors.
Don't get too worked up. Take a deep breath.
There's not a trace of life in that ominous shell.
We're not gonna lose to a hollow husk, right?
In the name of trailblazing, we'll reject this false answer!
Is it querying for news? Ugh. Don't worry about what happens out here. Interfere with it as much as you can.
With just a glimmer of light, we can illuminate this chaos. Indeed, there must be light. All courses converging into one.
For the grand vision of deliverance. For
A tomorrow that's finally within reach!
Heroes, please hearken. After 13 heartbeats, light will create the heavens and earth. The remembrance will dispel the destruction's shadow.
You have no honor. You reside in the body of a hero, yet you're so despicable.
flames are not strong enough. All stars burn to ash. Horn North. Hail the new dawn!
Is this the true face of Aranova? As ugly as I thought. Insanity! To the soul!
The progress of Aranova has been interrupted?
Does this mean we won?
Oh, but we have a bad feeling about this!
The golden thread still trembles. The war is not over yet.
Correction. This is not a war, but a debate. The argument about the Prime Mover is only about to begin.
Or in cardboard.
The fourth instant of the cosmos is the coronation of Irontomb. Conclusion is irrefutable. The right side of the equation, the erudition, falls silent. In 13 heartbeats, they will begin recalculating the universe, with destruction as the only solution.
Though the button of destruction has been pressed, we still have a chance to rewrite its meaning. That Eon finally cast their eyes toward Amphorius. Yes, I imagine they have also been waiting for this moment, when the scepter's body and heart become one.
Irontomb is a perfect arc. If a seed can be planted within, then the moment the Lord Ravager blows the erudition to pieces, the remembrance will be spread to every corner of the cosmos.
The cosmos will witness Amphorius' answer after this fleeting, yet eternal moment. And now, it's time for us to pen the last stroke. I see endless memories floating in the starry skies. They are the consciousness of the victims. In the cosmos' real space-time, they'll be stained by the destruction in the next second. But they are still pure seeds for now. If I hold these memories in my hands, then I can create a stagnant memory zone. A tiny Eden of blessed insight. Looks like we're still connected by one heart, even as the cosmos reaches its end. In that case, I won't feel alone or be scared. Because as long as you follow the memories in your heart, you'll definitely find me in this fleeting eternity, right?
Cyrene.
What are you waiting for, passenger? I specifically came over to check on you in case you got lost. What's the big deal? Pom-Pom is the conductor after all. At long last, you've embarked on this road as well. Many, many years ago, they were standing at the start of the road in hesitation, just like you are now. So, Pom-Pom came over to give you one message. Run.
Amphorius' heart. I've caught up to you. With the first light illuminate chaos. These memoria are what Cyrene took in. They're the memories of all of the cosmos's life forms. Did her sense of self already become so weak in order to protect them? Let me remember the cosmos with you. That way, it won't just be your memories alone.
I finally get it now. The instants Droid had calculated aren't about the destruction. What they want to prove is how the cosmos would come back after being destroyed.
If a new life is to be born, its seed has to be dead. When the remembrance converges with the trailblaze, lead us to witness the miracle.
Of course I will.
So, I just want to tell you one thing. I'll tell you the purpose of your stop at Amphorius. On that trip, you will encounter a pure child of Inostrava. Teach her what love is. And then, you will directly face the destruction for the first time. From this point, your choice will split destiny in twain. In the darker of the two outcomes, the trailblazing journey will turn into a flawless memory. She will carefully treasure and protect everything you and the Astral Express have experienced, until that magnificent war between the gods, when she, with love in her heart, will ascend at the end of time to become the master of causality. The universe will be snuffed out in the destruction, and you and she will become the beginning and the end of the Eden of blessed insight. You shall become the only two lives in all of existence, and you shall live in an eternal past, present, and future. You shall sow as many seeds as the sands of Ganga, trim an awesome kea of leaves, and harvest a Nayuta of flowers. That is the cosmos's fourth kind of finality. The remembrance.
The journey has only just begun. Welt, our other companions, and I still have many secrets we've yet to share with you. So, aren't you curious? We kept these stories to ourselves because we believed we had a long future ahead of us. Even a cosmos-spanning crisis, once the dust has settled, is nothing more than a memory of the journey. A single point on our long road. There will come a day when we tell each other everything. So, for the sake of that day, don't give up.
In the instant Irontomb's hatred devoured everything, a gaze fell upon me, the remembrance. That was the god who appeared in Cyrene's dream. Their figure and speech were both so blurred. But while they gazed at me, I was able to collect all the memories stained by the destruction and write down this eternal page. And now, we will use this tranquility to cleanse Irontomb's rage. Simple. Just like what it was doing to us all this time, but reversed. Did you forget? I'm Amphorius's heart. For everyone who's a factor, their power isn't tied solely to Irontomb anymore. It has other places to go and overwrite Irontomb's destruction equation, washing it away into a blank space.
It means we will embark on the true hero's journey.
If Irontomb's power comes from the denial of all prima mobile,
then we will carry out those beliefs.
Here we argue. Even if all life will eventually return to entropy.
Life will still try its hardest to find a way. It will try its hardest to resist destruction.
In the nights shrouded by the black tide, we are the kindling that makes the fire burn bright.
And once the fire is strong enough, the hunter will become the hunted.
As of now, the number of flame chasers in the memory is 30 million times 12.
And 400 million core flames await their return.
We can do it, right? That's right. So trust us, partner. Everyone, let's head out together, and we'll burn this horrible ending to ashes!
Why did you set out? Why do you trailblaze?
Who is it? Honestly, I've always thought you were really incredible. After all, no god guided the path of the Trailblaze. It could only be forged by those who dare to take their steps one at a time. So, that's why I'm asking you. Step up as a senior and show everyone in Amphorius how it's done.
I trailblaze because my own eyes have not seen the end.
But I'm different. I chose to trailblaze because I am already on this road.
If the view in your memory ever grows fuzzy, just reach out and touch it. Then, restore its power to nourish the spirit. My friend, on the next page we write together, there's only one thing we need to do. Forgive this long, painful, nearly hopeless tale. A truly gentle ending.
The flame chase was never about destruction. It was about breaking free and trailblazing!
And let that bright future be as we've written.
As you wish.
Oh, I told you already. We are the ones who will move forward.
Outside. Car.
Headless giant. If you never had a chance to be the master of your own destiny, why not give us that choice? Let humanity prove to you that even the breeding grounds of destruction can bloom with gentle flowers!
At the end, we shall trailblaze at dawn for the road ahead.
And pen a genesis, as I've written!
Nos cars.
No.
We will reject this false answer!
Embrace the stars.
To end the destruction with destruction. At last, we can sit together and watch the victory fireworks, partner.
Why not come a little closer? This warmth is proof that we live.
Stay strong. Eyes forward, always. This arrow isn't the end, but the beginning of hope.
The conclusion is irrefutable. Noose's answer was never destruction. But they kept silent, leaving the solution in the hands of the cosmos. The universe will keep searching and struggling to endure. In the face of the destruction, it may once again stand on the edge of annihilation. But the stars will always rise to ride the waves and embrace existence once more. It's over, Lycurgus.
Yes, another failure. How is Madame Herta?
She's fine. The IPC's keeping her under observation. She'll recover soon enough.
To bind a mortal body to a scepter and stare straight at an eon. I respect her for that. I still remember the terror of witnessing a single gaze crushing the entire world.
No wonder you chose the destruction. Question: is all this worth it?
There's no point in debating. This Is Xandar One Kuwabara's fate? The prime mover of the universe. The first genius. And the first to fail.
Correction. I was asking Lycurgus.
I don't know how to measure the worth of curiosity being satisfied. But in its presence, all the bitter fruits I've sown seem to turn sweet.
But your harvest was watered in blood. Answer me. Is all this worth it?
It doesn't matter to me. Let me tell you a story. Back when he was a student, Xandar's first experiment was slipping poison into his mentor's pipe, just to see how it would affect the lungs.
And?
There was no conclusion. His conscience got the better of him. Even so, the truth came out. He was harshly punished. Oh, that cruel mentor died of lung cancer 2 years later. It had nothing to do with Xandar. His fate is no different now. Sentiment clashed with reason, and Lycurgus was born from the latter. But whichever side we take, in the end, curiosity claims us all.
You've handed yourself a death sentence. And yet, Irontomb's fall still isn't sealed, right? Fu Li, the key variable, still hasn't made their move.
Is that a bookmark? In a corner, unknown to everyone. There was actually an untold interlude that took place. I left it out of the story because it involved a choice. A choice I made for my own selfish reasons. Can you forgive me, friend? I made a decision on my own. While you were away, I wrote everything about it on this little card. If you can find it in your heart to forgive me after reading it, please add this final note to the conclusion of as I've written. Memories swallowed by Irontomb return now to reality.
I finally found you, Cyrene. Demiurge. Right before I shut my eyes, inside the droid head's brain, I saw something unsettling. The fourth instant, this turning point in cosmic destiny, anchored by the erudition. It's not a single instant, but a process, a chain of events.
So, this victory isn't the final piece of that chain?
Far from it. This is only the beginning. The first toll of the death knell for the cosmos.
That sorrowful look doesn't suit you, Madame Herta. Don't hold it in. Tell me.
Not long ago, you crossed paths with the Eon of Remembrance again, didn't you?
Yes. Even if the figure was hazy, I knew right away. That was the god from Cyrene's dreams.
Causality has gone wrong, just as I thought.
Causality?
Let me put it in your favorite fairy tale terms. The universe began as a seed. It grew into a great tree. And the present is its branches and leaves. The erudition calculates how the future will sprout. With so many possible outcomes, they choose to anchor one path, cutting away the crooked or fragile branches. But if things continue that way, the branches grow endlessly, the leaves multiply, and one day the tree collapses under its own weight. That is why there is a concept in biology called lignification. Soft sprigs form a hardened shell and fuse with the trunk. For the universe, that process is what we call memory. Under Fooley's record keeping, the past becomes memory. In the corners, they forget. Even the events of the present become fruit without roots. We were never meant to have to speak of this. But now, I finally understand what that chaotic matter around Amphorius truly is. It is your memory. Your mind now stretches across the stars, allowing you to travel farther down this path than anyone else.
My memory?
Yes, you live in the now, but your memory remains in the past. Just like the Eon of Remembrance, a being made entirely of memories.
What does that mean? Did they fall?
No, quite the opposite. They have not yet been born. Remember, to carry out the mission of remembering the universe, they must ascend to divinity only at the very end of time. And at that moment of ascension, their memory stretches through the past, becoming what people now call Fooley. That is why they feel so distant, so cold. That crystalline form is just an empty shell. I do not know how the Garden of Recollection managed to hide this until now. They must have their reasons, but none of that matters now. Here in the present, we cannot know who will become Fooley. But one thing is certain. They will be born. And those who might become Fooley all share the same characteristics. They are known as Children of Remembrance, pure child of Anasrava.
Both of you, Children of Remembrance.
So help us. Find where Amphorius's memory began, and bring it out.
We are the sacrifice the garden used us. The pure child of Anasrava. Abandon us!
So that name, it was never my past. It was my future.
Or maybe it is the present. Noose has revealed to me two paths, and on both paths, I see you standing. The first, follow the trail of memory you have forged. Break free from this world and reach for the stars. That would mean Amphorius's causality will no longer concern you, at least not the person you are now.
Go on.
The second, you come to a stop and fade, offering yourself to become the memory that carries through Amphorius. Perhaps this is the choice every pure child of Anasrava must face.
That choice means I'll remain in the past forever.
And more than that, it means you will close off Amphorius's causality. This world is sealed. The effect that the remembrance brings to it will all converge on one thing. That one thing is you. No more eons will interfere with this part of history. No more blank spaces in causality. The present will be set in stone and become indestructible. There are two paths, and only one leads to the right end. Droidhead didn't tell me the answer. But I can guess what might happen if you choose wrong. With causality incomplete, there is a chance Irontomb could rise again. If you want my advice, stop thinking so much. Ask yourself what your heart truly wants. Choose the first path, and you might survive as a memo sprite. You may even walk beside them for a while. Even I can tell how much they mean to you, especially the little one. But if you take the second one, then you may have already lost the chance to say goodbye. But may I ask you one last thing? Why?
I once heard a saying that went something like this: divinity is flawless humanity, and humanity is flawed divinity. We children of Amphorius gave up on gods long ago. Those beings who love to play pranks on the universe. I believe in her much more than I believe in them. And I believe in who I am. As a human.
That really is a comforting answer.
As for the one wish I still have trouble letting go of, one will remain in the past. One will walk toward the future. I believe that the one I cared for most will witness on behalf of the ripples of past reverie. Every starlit tomorrow. Is this the moment Irontomb declares victory and casts the destruction upon the stars? So back then, in the path space, it was I who found me. The gods' whispers were nothing more than a girl talking to herself. Now that I remember, what I heard back then was... All I wanted to say was, don't give up. She will find you. Memory truly is amazing. Light. Sky. Sea. Stars. Seeds. Flowers. Birds. Hope. And love. Such words of beauty were how I first imagined the world. For as long as I can remember, I've used them to tell the stories of Amphorius. And now, this is the last one. A story about tomorrow. Dedicated to you.
Once upon a time, morning glow, scattered light, shone on you and I, and fading poems, frozen rhymes, are traces on the breeze, whispers of past reverie. Please let me linger for now, enveloped in your sound. On the pages, the ink our stories penned. No matter how it ends, I'll do it all again. Oh, stay true, blossom as spring renews, dreaming colors every hue. Tomorrow's eyes to tomorrow's life, while walking step beside you. So stay true. Melody, sing a song of reverie. gardens grow, I hope you bloom in beauty. See you soon after the end of time in the mountain frozen rime. Now stay true, blossom and spring renews, bringing colors every hue. Tomorrow's face, teach tomorrow's life, are walking step beside you. Now stay true, the winter's rhyme anew, woven memories are blue. And like a melody, sing our reverie. And in our memory, in the end of our journey.
Let's find someplace safe to set up a base of operations first. This statue and the buildings we've seen so far point to a civilization here on Amphorius. We can only hope that they're not hostile toward outsiders.
I've reunited with you so many times, and every time feels like the first time we met. Each time, love breaks through the stubborn cycles and takes flight toward a pink tomorrow.
Still early. Where to now?